Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Anthony Albanese rules out Labour inquiry into treatment of Kimberley Kitching before her death. Anthony Albanese has ruled out an investigation into reports former Labour Senator Kimberley Kitching had been chastised and ostracised by some of her senior female colleagues. Senator Kitching's sudden death last week, at the age of 52, has prompted accusations that an internal push to dump her from preselection contributed to her stress in the days leading up to her suspected heart attack. Former Labour MP and close friend Michael Danby said Senator Kitching felt the stress of having her preselection dangled over her head by the ALP's Victorian right faction, and claimed she was subjected to bullying. "What a disgrace that these people were able to cause her such stress," he told Sky News. "Her treatment was beyond fair treatment and differences of opinions. It was nothing short of bullying." The Australian newspaper has reported Senator Kitching's relationship with senior Labour figures had soured during her time in Parliament and that she had been isolated and frozen out by the party's Senate leadership team Penny Wong, Kristina, Keneally and Katy Gallagher. Senator Kitching had been dumped from Labour's Tactics Committee, given fewer opportunities to ask questions in question time, and was last year demoted from the frontbench. Senator Wong declined to comment when asked about the claims today, but hinted at differences between the late senator's account of her treatment and her own. "I am not going to engage in political commentary, even in relation to assertions with which I disagree and which are hurtful," she said. Senator Gallagher said a number of assertions published in The Australian were not true. Senator Kitching's death was a huge shock and deeply distressing to everyone who knew her, she said. "Many of the assertions in that article are not true, from my point of view. I just don't think it is respectful for us to enter into commentary or disagreement about particular aspects of it, at this point in time." Claims will not be investigated. Asked directly if he would look into the claims outlined in The Australian, Mr Albanese responded no. "Out of respect for Kimberley, I think the idea that people go into who might have had a disagreement here or there is totally unbecoming," he told Channel 9. "I'll be attending Kimberley Kitching's funeral on Monday. It is important we respect her." Mr Albanese denied there was a cultural problem within his party and took particular issue with the use of the phrase "mean girls" in The Australian, when referring to Senators Wong, Keneally and Gallagher. Standing alongside two male colleagues, Mr Albanese suggested the term was outdated and sexist. "We've never been described as mean boys. Simple as that. We have never been described as mean boys, and people should think about that," he said. It was no secret that Senator Kitching and some of her colleagues had their differences. The ABC revealed in 2019 that during a Labour Tactics Committee meeting, Senator Kitching was told by a senior member of the left, "Well, if you had children, you might understand why there is a climate emergency." Kimberley Kitching fought as hard as the boys. She knew how to land a political blow, even if it was on her own side of politics. Her death might have prompted some to decry backroom political tactics, but don't expect that to change how the parties operate any time soon. Read more. At the time, Senator Kitching was arguing that Labour should not support a Greens motion expressing support for school children engaging in civil disobedience, saying it would be an exercise in futile virtue signalling, given some parents might want their kids in school during school hours. Prime Minister Scott Morrison said the Labour leader needed to address the issue. "These are very distressing claims and I don't think they can be just dismissed," Mr Morrison said. "They need to be addressed and I'll leave that to the leader of the Labour Party to address." Kitching, a controversial figure. Senator Kitching entered the Senate in 2016 and was considered a controversial captain's pick by then Labour leader and close friend Bill Shorten because of her time as an official at the disgraced Health Services Union and reputation as a right faction warrior. But she quickly made an impression on national security issues as an early critic of China, and strongly advocated the adoption of Mansky-style laws in Australia. The laws allow the Australian government to sanction individuals and entities responsible for egregious behaviour, like threatening international peace and serious human rights violations, instead of only being able to sanction entire countries. The push for the laws faced resistance within Labour and was not supported by Senator Wong, the shadow Foreign Affairs Minister, who according to the Australian